Hey everybody, today I am in West Chicago and I'm visiting the Gardens at Ball, which is one of those incredible places that I get to visit as part of the industry. You could come here too if you're part of a garden group. It is not open to the general public though. And the great thing about coming here is not only does Ball produce a lot of incredible varieties of plants, but they also partner with a lot of different annual and vegetable and perennial plant growers. So it's very interesting to come here and see all these different varieties all in one place. I think what I'm going to do first is I'll start probably, let's see, right over there. That's where a lot of the new varieties are featured. Then I'll come back here and show you some of these containers, both for sun and shade. I think you're going to really enjoy this visit. So I'll start here in the Angelonia because they have two new varieties that have come out, or new series. This one here is the AngelFlare series. Really interesting habit. You can see how it actually flares out a little bit more. It's less upright, more outward. So you can see how it's growing in these containers. Very unusual color right here. This is the AngelFlare Black. And you can see when it first opens, it's a little bit more purple. And as it ages, it turns as black as I've seen in a flower. It's really quite incredible. They also have that cranberry color. And then this one here is the Orchid Pink. That's a bit more of a bicolor. Now along the black, Wynn's taking a little number on these, but this is another new series called Guardian Angel. So this is a taller series, comes in blue, and then this berry sparkler, which is another bicolor as well. So nice tall one. And I'm going to show you because over here, they have some trials, and I'll show you my favorites from that trial. So here's that new Guardian Angel Blue in the landscape, and you can see nice height on it, good flower coverage. They have it right here next to the Angelface Blue. That's the Proven Winners variety, and you can see it's a little bit taller. Now, one thing that they're talking to us about the Guardian Angel is that it does bloom earlier than the other Angelonias, which is fantastic for northern climates. So it's nice to see that we can actually see the difference here. Now that said, this one could easily catch up at some point, but what I'm seeing is this great flower coverage. Now we do see a difference in the flower. So the flower does have a little bit more of that white center that we don't see in the Angelface, but really nice to see. We have it growing over here. It looks like the berry sparkler isn't quite as big right now. That could just be how things are here in the garden, but it's nice to see all these different varieties growing side by side. It's just really nice to see. Like this one here is the Archangel Dark Purple. You can see how dark the center is on that one versus the regular Archangel Purple has that white throat in there. And then over here, when I look at the bicolors, I really like looking at the Angelface Wedgwood Blue. Beautiful, little bit bigger than the others over here. But then when we look at the Alonia Big Bicolor Purple, the flower is very similar in size to the Angelface. But then when we get over here to the Archangel, a little smaller flower, but a little bit different habit on each of these. So they're very similar, but yet you can see the differences when you see them planted side by side. Now here in the COLEUS area, we get to see one of the new varieties. This is the ChargedUp Marble Mania. So you can see beautiful speckling pattern on this. And the habit on the ChargedUp series is pretty nice and tidy. They get a decent size, but they're not the largest of the COLEUS in the mix. One of my other favorites here is the ChargedUp Henna. And what I love about this one is you have this kind of interesting color of olivey lime with this purple back on the leaf. So it always has a bit of a shimmer to it just because of that unique nature of it. Here's the FlameThrower Adobo Pink COLEUS. You can see nice pink color in there. Has a little bit more of that flame campfire kind of shape to it compared to some of the other COLEUS that you'll see. With OSTEOSPERMUM, this is the 4D Blue Ice, so really kind of cool color here. A bit more of a denim purple to it. And then the OSTEOSPERMUM Zion Apricot Sun. So this isn't the prime time for osteos. They tend to like it a little bit cooler, but you can see these varieties do continue blooming even in the heat. I'm a little disappointed though in the Zion Violet Feather. It's supposed to have a little bit of a coloration change in here, but I don't know if it has to do with the heat or what it is, but we're not seeing that variation in it. So I'm going to say that's not necessarily a characteristic that's going to last all season. I saw it one other place and it was doing the same thing. So it's not just these plants here. Here we have some of Ball's kind of classic varieties. So this one is the Cabaret Yellow Improved Calibrachoa, the Bee's Knees Petunia. I'm sure that one is the ColorRush Pink. Yep. The Calibrachoa Bumblebee Hot Pink, intense color on that one. And then the Calibrachoa Cha-Cha Frosty Lemon. That's that really vigorous variety of Calibrachoa. And then the ColorRush White, along with the Lantana, the Shamrock Red. So these are kind of their best of the best, or best in category over here. I always love these walls of color. So this is the Bee's Knees Petunia here. And then this is the, I think, SureShot or SlingShot. I think it's SureShot Heartwheel. You can see they had some rain last night, so these got a little beat up, but they're gonna bounce back pretty quick. And then they have the Enviva pink Petchoa garnering this wall. And then they have all their geraniums lined up. And I have become quite fond of their geranium family here. So Presto's their small one. Fantasia has been really great. Now there was a woman in here cleaning these because they haven't been cleaned, I think, she said since their customer days a while back. But you can see beautiful color with the Fantasia. That's Flamingo Rose. That was a really popular one. I put that one in the driveway pots this year. There's some salmon varieties. Fantasia Orange, always love these. The one that I'm really interested in this year though is the Galaxy series. This is their larger, more vigorous variety. So look at this Galaxy Violet. Fantastic size on this, really good color. So this would be comparable or actually larger than the Calliope Violet. Some new geraniums in the mix. The Solera series, which are these in the back row, are going to be brand new. So this one is the Solera Orange, Fuchsia, Lavender, Red, and then Watermelon is the pinky one, and I think this must be the white. And then down here we have some new colors in the Presto, so that's Presto Fuchsia, Dynamo Purple Sizzle. Look at the two colors in there. The Dynamo Salmon Improved right here, and then the Fantasia Violet Improved. This is a great display of Beacon Impatiens, and Beacon was one of the first varieties to be really disease resistant. And so you can see the new combinations. This is their Chicago mix. That's the new Coral Improved. They just look really great here in the landscape. These Wave Petunias are looking good. This is the Easy Wave Rose, so brand new color this year, incredibly vibrant. And then back here is the new Easy Wave Navy Velour, so very dark variety. There's a better example of it out in the other part of the display garden, so I'll show you those. And then over here is another one called Easy Wave Rose Morn, and it has a little bit more of that white center. Some more new and improved. So we have the Cha-Cha Electric Pink. Look at that unique flower on that one. And then they have a Pink Brilliance Scivola. This is the Bumblebee Orange Improved, the Cannonball Yellow Improved, Petunia, and then the ColorRush Red. So it's nice to see an improvement on this one. Looks like it's getting a lot of flower coverage, and the blooms are a little bigger than what I saw on the ones that I had. And then the Petunia SlingShot Heartwheel, and then there's the Cabaret Yellow Calibrachoa Improved. They're also jumping on the opportunity to mix perennials and annuals together. So this here is some Gara, have some lavender in there. This is a Salvia. The big one in the back is the Canna, and then some Alternanthera as well. So just interesting to see those together. One of the plants that I'm really interested in though is right here. So this is an Agastaki. So there's three different colors here, and they're kind of showing this one as a possible just annual if you wanted to, because I think it's maybe down to zone 7. I can't remember exactly. So it's not hardy everywhere, but if it keeps blooming like this, it's worth having in a container, I'd say. Gotta hand it to some of these showstoppers. This is the Sombrero Fuchsia Fandango. Take a look at that color. Totally intense magenta color on it. And this one is the Sombrero Flamenco Orange. So again, really intense orange coloring. Lots of really beautiful echinacea in here. Some of them really quite vibrant and large. So as I was enjoying these gardens, I did have a stop me in my tracks moment when I stopped at this delphinium. This is the Red Lark, and this is such an incredible salmon color to it. And you can see some of these other ones have been trimmed back already, but getting some blooms off of this one as well. And just fantastic plants in here. Now this whole area is dedicated to lower light conditions. So you can see beautiful, beautiful begonias in here. And then also, like, this is a croton. I don't even know all of these plants. We have some caladiums in there, these probably alocasia, lots of great plants. Oh, look at these here. Oh, and what kind of coleus is this? This is the FlameThrower Adobe Pink, so I had showed that one earlier. And then more kind of house plants that also can do double duty in containers out here. The canary wing begonia is an interesting one because it is known for this kind of lime chartreuse leaf, and then it flowers out like that. We got lots of impatiens, more caladiums over here, and then we get over here where we're starting to mix in some ferns. This would probably be a Pegasus begonia, and then which coleus is this one? Oh, coral candy. So that's a beautiful one. I think that one can take sun as well. And then we'll come back around over here. So many incredible containers here, but I'm going to take a moment to talk about this one here because I love this canna in here. And then this is that new guardian angel Angelonia, along with some New Guinea impatiens and some Calibrachoa, as well as a Scaevola. And another new addition is this canna. So this is the gold leopard. And I was worried that this was going to be kind of a little bit duller than it is, but this is an intense yellow with that beautiful orange speckling. It stands out really well. So I'm happy to see this one in action. Looks great, I think, in these combinations. Another favorite of mine is this one here. So this is called a Senecio skyscraper. So I'm not familiar with this plant at all, but I love how it's growing. Have it with some Scaevola and then some of the Calibrachoa. Absolutely stunning. Here's a pleasant surprise. This is the Heatopia lobelia. To see lobelia blooming and looking this good in August is such an exciting sight because a lot of times lobelia doesn't like the heat. This variety is doing really well. Have it with some Scaevola and a grass. Over here, this is a Kufia with some grasses, some sage, and then this is that Archangel Berry Dazzler Angelonia. Looks really good in that container, but the show stealer is definitely these two pots right here. I think what's really making it is this Profusion Red Yellow Bicolor Zinnia. Look at how it has multiple colors. I think the flowers tend to change color as they go. Has some Cherry Bells Kufia in there, some millet, and then this is that Volcanica Solar Flare Coleus, and then also another Coleus here, and then look at this. Absolutely stunning. This is the canna, the gold leopard. Absolutely stunning in there, and then they're perfect in these containers as well. I hope you all enjoyed this little windy tour of the Gardens at Ball. Absolutely phenomenal place to visit. I only showed you a fraction of what they have here, so it's the type of place where you can easily spend all day and love every minute of it. So I'd love to hear in the comments what varieties I showed you that you're most excited about, which ones you thought were kind of the most interesting. So go ahead and leave that in the comments, and I will talk to you guys all in the next video.